What's up, blockchain? This is Nick from Truth Blitz. Hope you guys are having a good day. So I just wanted to come out and just talk about a couple things real quick. We'll take a quick look at the market cap. Right now we are $445 billion overall, 278 billion for Bitcoin, and it looks like the futures trading has driven the price up a little bit. So I haven't looked into too much how that is going, but I heard that there was a crash, just as Cliff High said there would be. So you know, I don't know long term if this is going to be a good or bad thing for Bitcoin, but they obviously didn't think they didn't think this through, because I think they really, what they wanted to do was try to manipulate the price of Bitcoin, and I don't know if they're going to be successful like they thought they would be. And there is a lot of people right now coming into Bitcoin, coming into the crypto space, and I wanted to give a message to kind of to some of these new people, you know. And if you're new and you've, you know, just got into Bitcoin or cryptos maybe within the last month, you probably think that that's all it does is just go up. You know, we saw a huge price increase pretty much over a couple days. I mean, it touched nearly $20,000 briefly and then dropped down. And what I want to make clear to you guys is this is a bull market right now. So things change. It's not always going to be going up like that. So brace yourselves for pullbacks. You know, I know a lot of you guys don't really know, you know, if you're brand new and it's going to take you a while to learn this, you got to buy on the lows. And it's hard, you know, because you have the fear of missing out, the FOMO. So, you know, Bitcoin hits, just for example, $19,000, and you're like, I got to go buy it. And then you go buy it, $19,000, and then it drops down to $13,000. And then you're like, well, what the hell? Why did I do this? Why did I get into Bitcoin at this price? So you always got to try to watch the markets. When it drops, it's not going to stay low forever. It's going to go back up. But you want to buy when it dips. You don't want to buy when it peaks. All right, and that's with any market. So, you know, just try to watch the charts, buy when it's low, and that way you are not at any point taking a loss, or if you are, it's minimal. And it takes training to be able to do that. It's easier said than done because emotions get involved, FOMO takes over, and you're like, well, what if it keeps going up? I'm going to buy here at 20,000 because it might go to 24,000. You know, it's hard to get over that, and it takes, like I said, it takes mental and emotional training to do that. So, but another thing I want to warn a lot of you newcomers of are people who are selling things. And not everybody is out to rip you off or mislead you, but there is a lot of greed in this space. All right, there are a lot of scams. There are a lot of Ponzi schemes. There are a lot of people who are selling subscriptions to their page, or some kind of, you know, paid tutorials. Not so much tutorials, but like paid, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, like, you know, they're wanting you to pay them to give you their picks. Okay, that's one of them. And first of all, if you want to know what are some good cryptos to be involved in, go to halfpasthuman.com and buy Cliff High's monthly Bare Naked Wealth Report. It's $100 a month. People have made a lot of money following his advice. You know, he runs everything through the web bot. He does due diligence. He reads tons of white papers. He's a super intelligent man. He's a coder. He knows what to look for. He knows what makes a company a good company and what makes a company a shitty company or a scam, you know, and he knows what to look for. So do yourself a favor and buy his reports, because what a lot of these other people are doing is they're buying Cliff's reports and then they're compiling a list of, you know, their picks, or Cliff's picks I should say, and then charging you for it. So, you know, basically you're paying someone else for his info, and I've seen this a lot. Yes, a lot of my picks are ones that were on Cliff's previous reports, and I have a section on my website with my picks, my best performers, the ones that are my favorite in my portfolio, and but I'm not charging people for that. That's, you know, it's going to be for anyone to see on my website, on my new website, because I am, like I said, in the middle of revamping it, and it's already up there. So, you know, like I said, that is not going to be a paid service. Another thing, you know, there's people who are maybe misleading and making it look like I'm trying to figure out how to word this without, you know, because I'm not trying to trash talk anybody. I'm really not, specifically. But be careful of people wanting you to pay for their service, you know, making calls and saying, you know, I think, you know, X token is going to go up in price. I'm calling it, and then it goes up in price and you're like, wow, he was right. Let me pay for his service. So that way I can get in on the next tip and make money. Okay, this is a bull market, people. So in a bull market, you're going to see many of these tokens go up in price. So it is, you just got to be careful, all right? Because it is very easy to make a call and say, I think this is going to go up in price, and then it goes up in price because this is a bull market. There's a lot of money coming into the crypto space right now. So just be careful. There are tons of people trying to profit off of you, and they're trying to use your, I don't want to say ignorance, but your lack of knowledge of the crypto space to profit off of you. And, you know, so you need to be hyper aware of that. You know, I've always considered myself to be an honorable person, you know, a trustworthy person, and I don't like to see, you know, I'm definitely a man of integrity, and I don't like to see people screwing other people over. It really pisses me off, because I remember when I was new in the crypto space and I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now, and you know, but I still was able to, I'm very skeptical of a lot of things, okay? So, you know, I was able to stop myself from getting, you know, scammed, which I am grateful that I didn't get scammed. I'm lucky. But I guess really luck has nothing to do with it, because like I said, I'm just a very skeptical person, and I'm always like, well, this could be a scam. And I was not quick to just send my money or my crypto to people. I've never paid for a subscription to anybody's site for their services. The only thing I have bought are Cliff High's reports. Like I said, he puts a lot of work into them. They come out monthly, the Bare Naked Wealth reports, and it is worth the $99. Trust me. People have become millionaires by buying his reports. Anyway, so now that I got that out of the way, I want to touch on EOS a little more. It's been brought to my attention that people are saying basically that we are, when I say we, myself, Crypto Blood, Silvertooth, JSnip4, anyone else talking about EOS, we're just pumping it. And you know, we're not giving anyone the technicals of it. We're just pumping it like we have some kind of gain, you know, or we're profiting by pumping EOS, and that's just not the case. I started looking at EOS months ago. Okay, I know the shortcomings of Ethereum, and if you have been using the Ethereum network over the last few days, which has gotten better, but at one point you couldn't send a transaction. Okay, which is why I've made a couple of videos how to unstick a pending transaction, etc., etc. And if you were using Ethereum in the last couple of days, you know. So EOS, you know, and I don't know how many of you have used Steemit before, but Steemit uses Chainbase. Okay, that is the Steemit blockchain. It's called Chainbase. EOS basically has taken because it is basically using the core Steemit protocol. Basically what they did though is because Dan Larimer, the head developer on EOS, also made Steemit. They didn't just take Chainbase. He took Chainbase and rewrote it to make it even better. They are testing it right now, and this is a good article. I'll link to this, but right now they just successfully tested 50,000 transactions per second on the EOS testnet. So it is in testing. WebAssembly is what is being used to write the EOS platform. And if what WebAssembly is WebAssembly is basically programming language that is compatible with all other programming languages, most of them. Okay, so and it's a web-based. It's web-based. So basically, you're going to be able to have, you know, by using WebAssembly, you're going to be able to have videos. You know, it's right here. WebAssembly is an emerging industry standard backed up by Microsoft, Google, and Apple. The goal of this standard is to make it possible to run untrusted, high-performance code in your browser. WebAssembly is a game changer. It will enable high-performance web applications such as video and image editing and games. Okay, so that's what's being used. If you are writing on Ethereum, you need to know Solidity, and it's been said that they are even integrating Solidity in with WebAssembly, so it is going to be compatible with WebAssembly, or WebAssembly is going to be compatible with Solidity as well. And Solidity is what's needed for Ethereum. So, oh yeah, actually here it is right here. There's even work going on to compile Solidity to WebAssembly. So, this is just part of the reason why I think EOS is going to be a game changer. Dan Larimer has proven himself already twice, and you know, there's an interview actually with from, you know, Sean from SGT Report posted it a few months ago, and it's with one of the heads of Steemit, who is a personal friend of Dan Larimer. And you know, he said that this is the platform that Dan Larimer always wanted to build. All right, it took him 2 other platforms to prove himself in the crypto space, in blockchain technology, and this is the one he always envisioned. So he's going for it, and they are 8 months ahead of schedule. All right, things are going very well. You know, once there's a little more information on the technicals of it, I'm going to do a video. I believe the code is on GitHub already. I'm not a coder, so I used to be. I used to be able to write programs years ago, but I don't know a lot of different languages. So, but there is some information out there, and as more comes out, I'm going to do a video about the technicals of it. And I'm not pumping EOS for any other reason than I believe EOS is going to be what replaces Ethereum. And I could be wrong on that. It might be another one. But I will tell you this, something is going to replace Ethereum. I would almost bet my life on it. Almost. I'm not going to bet my life on anything, but I would almost do that, because Ethereum is only scalable to a certain point, all right, and it's not going to be able to handle the amount of traffic that is going to be required, that it's going to be required to handle. It's just not going to be able to. Like Cliff High said recently, and I've said this already, there's going to be a platform that's going to come out that's going to learn from the mistakes of Ethereum and be a better platform, and that's going to be like the smart contract platform. And then down the road, another one's going to come out, and the same thing. It's going to learn from the shortcomings of that and replace that one. Ethereum is a great platform. It's a great chain. It really is. It has basically changed the cryptocurrency and blockchain game. So this is not an Ethereum bash session, trust me. I said that the other day. I just feel that with the amount of traffic that is going to be required, that a platform is going to be required to handle, EOS is going to be the one to do it. And you know, it's basically going to be whoever's got first mover advantage, right? So if another platform launches by the time or before EOS gets up and running fully, and it gets adopted, it might be another platform. But like I said, EOS is 8 months ahead of schedule in development. That is a long time to be ahead of schedule. So, you know, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. But what they're doing and what they're using to build EOS, what Dan Larimer is using, WebAssembly, which is WebAssembly, you know what, that is an awesome way to go. And if you don't know about WebAssembly, you know, do a little more research into it. It's going to make development of dApps, decentralized apps, by anybody very easy to do, or a lot easier, I should say. So, you know, very, very smart of him to use WebAssembly. And like I said, Chainbase is a proven blockchain. All right, so not only did they just take Chainbase, they rewrote Chainbase to make it better. So if you've used Steemit, you know how many transactions per second Steemit can handle, and it is a secure blockchain. It's secure. I mean, that's pretty much what I can say about it right now. Looks like I'm gonna have to wrap this video up though. I think my daughter just woke up. So anyway, guys, follow me on Twitter @TruthLitsMedia, and I'll see you guys next time.